Namaste. Good afternoon. Sat Sri Akal. Assalamu alaikum. Ni hao. Well, those are the only languages that I know of. But other than that, greetings to all of you from every corner of the globe. My name is Shantanu Podil. In short, um, in 20 years of my corporate career, everybody knows me by the name of Santa. Hence, the name of the channel is Santa Says. And today, since it's the first day of the year, I wanted to talk to you about a few things that has been, let's not say eating me up from inside, but some of the things that I deeply feel and want to convey to the rest of the world as well. And well, this might be a bit alarming, this might be a bit panicking, but at the same time it might sound like I have gone a little bit insane. I might sound like a mad lunatic, someone who believes in conspiracy theories, and someone who has no grasp of how the world works, or how the world economy works, or how nature or the universe works in general. But having said that, I want you to keep an open mind, because the things that I'm trying to convey with you here today and right now is the fact that there are things that needs to change in this world, and the sooner the better. So like I said, in professional career world, I have been known as Santa from a long time. Santa, like in the mythical Santa Claus, in the Christian tradition. However, well, I am no Santa for sure. Um, However, my name is that, and that is how the world knows me. I believe in leaving gift of a smile, gift of love, gift of care, gift of attention, gift of warmth, and gift of empathy towards all my fellow human beings throughout the corner of the globe. And it does not just limit to the human beings, but I do equally feel for for all the creatures, insects, plants, trees, and all kinds of flora and fauna. Let's just say that I feel like I'm deeply connected to Mother Earth and the universe in general. And well, I was working in a BPO for more than 15 years. I started my career in a BPO. I did my higher studies in media and communications, but well, life has its own plans, right? So I got into media field a long time ago. Um, Sorry, I mean, I studied media technology, worked with media personnel a little bit, but more than that, my professional career has always been BPOs. But there was a huge earthquake in 2015 in my country, Nepal. So that's where I was born. I was born in a pretty relaxed Brahmin family in Nepal. Um, so, but like after the 2015 earthquake, I moved to Qatar. So, as you know, Qatar is a Middle Eastern small country, um, deeply rooted in its Islamic beliefs. However, it is not um, as hardcore Muslim. It is religion wise. However, in terms of their practices and let's say openness towards accepting other world religions, they are not so hardcore either as we portray Saudi Arabia, or let's say sometimes even Iran to be. It's a pretty relaxed kind of place, or let's say that's how I felt. So I got an opportunity to work as a vendor relations and community manager in Qatar for the one and only farmers market in Qatar, and I got the opportunity to work with some of the most beautiful people, beautiful at heart and beautiful at what they do. Their idea of creating, or let's say even just propagating um, the belief of sustainable um, world, um, for all living beings, including animals, flora and fauna, is what, um, let's say, is not something that was never inside me, but being there, working for that community, made me, um, let's say, bring out um, the best qualities inside me, that could be helpful in understanding the world in general, as a place which needs to be sustainable by itself, and where every living being lives in complete harmony with each other. So, um, well, things happened. I had to quit my job, and right now, as you can see, this beautiful green lush space is where I am, and this is somewhere in the western parts of India. I am right now in uh, Pune city, Hinjawadi area, to be pretty specific. So that's where my little home is right now. I have a wife, I have a family back in Nepal as well. But Nepal and India is pretty open borders, and we are also tied up with our religious beliefs and sentiments. We share similar religions, similar beliefs, similar culture, similar traditions. So it's pretty much same for me, whether I'm in Nepal or I'm in India. Um, Now, the reason why I'm trying to make this video today is to let you know that I'm going to be doing this starting today, throughout the year, um, and moving further as well. I want to explore this avenue to be able to speak my heart out, talk about how I feel, and see how the world reciprocates in general with what I feel or what I say, and whether it resonates with the masses as well. So, um, let me start by saying that um, we are living in pretty uncertain times. It's been, let's say, almost 3 years now. We we overcame COVID-19 pandemic, which was one of the biggest events in my lifetime. But by the time you come to my age, I guess, like Shah Rukh Khan in his one of his movies has pretty well said that by the time you reach 30 plus, there will at least be one or two or a few stories that would have happened to you in your lifetime. So, well, there's obviously a lot of stories that has happened to me, that has happened with me as well, which has made me the kind of person that I feel I am, that I'm very proud of. Of course, I wanted to be a doctor while I was growing up. I wanted to be a pilot while I was growing up. I wanted to be a scientist while I was growing up. There's a lot of things I wanted to be when I was growing up. I still do remember that one little incident, or let's say a situation in my school. I guess I was in my eighth standard, and it was a science class, physics class in general, and our teacher, Mr. Prem Sharma, as far as I remember, um, lots of heartfelt appreciation to you for all your hard work in helping us shape and become the kind of person we are today. Thank you, Prem sir. Thank you, Gautam English Boarding School, and thank you to the all of my friends, family in every corner of the globe right now, who has seen me, who has been with me, been through me, and been there, and just helped me be who I am today. So this little incident is when this teacher, certainly in our class that day, asked all of us one by one, making us stand up. He said, "What's your aim in life?" And then somebody said doctor, somebody said engineer, somebody said finance manager, somebody said something else. But I still do remember um, that when I was asked, when it was finally my turn to say, what do I want to be? For no reason. Like I said, I wanted to be a lot of things, but when asked and when I stood up, the answer that came from within me was that I just want to be a good human being. And throughout the course of time, like they say, be careful what you wish for, and be careful um, what you want in life, because the universe reciprocates to you in weird ways, and it will give you what you're asking for. And I guess in the last 25 years or so, um, knowingly or unknowingly, just by living my life the way I am, um, I am now ready to be able to say that I am, I exist, and I have the right to say what I want to say, and I should say what want to say, because otherwise it will be too late. And I live in a world right now where I myself have children. I have daughters, I have sons, mine, my brothers, who are still like 6 7 years old, 4 5 years old, 2 3 years old, and they are growing up now. um, my concern is that in which kind of world am I going to let them grow in? And if I do not speak about this today, what kind of world will they get tomorrow? And would I be happy to see them grow in that world itself? Or is there some part of that world that I want to change for them, or let's say make it better for them, provide them a better, safe environment where they can practice sustainability and practice the simple ways of living, which will help them enhance themselves and help themselves um, become the better version of themselves, connect themselves with the higher source, the universe, and help them know themselves in general. So, well, this is not a statement that I know myself by now, or in no way a false proclaiming that I am that, but it does feel like I am an incarnation, all right. Well, does not mean that none of you or no one else is. It's just that I too am. I am also here, and I am alive right now. I came to this earth some 42 years ago, and I'm still here, but I'm not going to be here for long, right? As we are born, we will have to die. So that is the basic fact of being immortal. That is the basic fact of being alive. So, and you might also think I'm just, saying things. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, well, of course, I am doing this all in my like complete spontaneity. I am not writing any scripts here, and I won't be doing that at all ever, I guess. Right now, this is a standalone standing video, but I will be trying to improve on myself and be going around trying to show you about my life, how I live, what I do, and all those things. Um, but this is in no way a lifestyle vlog. This is more about, let's say, an awareness, uh, indicating kind of vlog where I want to share with you how important it is to understand where we are headed and what we want to accomplish moving forward as human beings in general, and as conscious beings who are the only ones responsible as well as capable of changing the course, the direction, and shape the future of humanity and Earth in general. So, I'm gonna keep this short because I do not have any particular agenda or topic for today. I just wanted to bring to you a few schemes in general, as in like just day before yesterday I was seeing this great documentary in YouTube, which was about the financial, the economic system, specifically in United States right now. And they say that their banks, their money scheme is basically just a Ponzi scheme. So I'm not sure if you're aware of what a Ponzi scheme is. I would suggest you do a bit of Google search. It's called PONZI. So P as in Peter, O as in Oscar, N as in Nancy, Z as in zebra, I as in Indiana. So that's Ponzi scheme. So I will not get into the details of what Ponzi scheme is, but I just want you to know that it means that American economy is not the best as it is portrayed in the world on today's date. Its dollar value is basically degrading, and soon the whole dollar will crash, and we will not have a reference point to then consider or weigh dollar as something that is, say for instance, the most valued currency or the possession in the world in the future, in the days to come ahead. It might happen, it might not happen, that's a different story, but all the statistics, all the data, all the analysis are pointing towards that same thing, that things are going to crash. Moving on. I'm not sure if you are aware of someone called Acharya Prashant, the IAS, IPS officer turned guru, who basically teaches right now and is rigorously focusing on the importance of Gita, Bhagavad Gita, which is a sacred religious textbook, as sacred as Bible or Quran or any other religious text that's in the world today. And it probably is also one of the oldest religious textbooks in the world. So Sir Acharya Prashant is someone who is actively and very rigorously talking about Gita and the importance of accepting the beliefs, the ideologies, the way of life, and the path moving forward. Um, so this is what he teaches, and yesterday itself he was doing a conference somewhere, and that's where he brought this out, that it's not the economic system that is crashing only, it's the earth itself that has taken a toll. The temperatures are rising, there's global warming everywhere, and the temperatures are changing everywhere. There's dip in glaciers, and snows are melting. um, the gases in the system of the earth are rising up, combusting, making a lot of fusions, interacting with each other, and creating some things called carbon bombs. Now let's talk about the forests. He said that half of the world's um, lands are on today's date covered by forests that are whose soil is basically a thick layer of peat. So basically it's all peat lands. Now imagine imagine there comes a time which, according to a lot of religious texts, according to a lot of religious beliefs, and according to a lot of scientific, um, theoretical and practical physical data as well, points to the same fact that for some reason or the other, um, there's going to be a non-stoppable chain reaction of combustible fires, acid rains, um, basically a destruction of the world in one way or the other. Now, I do not want to alarm you. I do not want to make you feel sad on a New Year's Day. Um, but I do want to bring this to your attention about um, the seriousness of this issue right now, because right now you're living in your own cozy space, and if you're listening to me, by the way, you might be in your couch, you might be in your bed, in your little cell phone, doing your little things, and feeling like, well, I'm listening to this madman. um, so be it. But I have to bring this to your attention because indeed the world might be ending. And I know our religious gurus, they know a lot of other things that they are not saying at all. They're just bringing it to our attention. They're saying that it's too late now to stop this chain reaction. The carbon bomb is going to blast even before any country decides to throw some nuclear bombs on any part of the globe right now, because of their own let's say economic, financial, territorial, or own personal grudges. So somehow the world is going to end, right? There's a lot of more crazy madmen out there in the world, and some have the access to just press a few buttons with their thumb, or even this finger, um, and you never know, the world might just end. We are almost 9 billion, I guess, right now, recently, population wise, in this world. um, and I would I would love to see everyone survive. I would not want even one single insect to be harmed by whether a nuclear fission reaction, um, whether there is mass destruction, there is forest fires, there is acid rain. I do not want a single soul to die like that. I would not want that, and we don't need it. But the destruction might be coming sooner than we thought, and it is high time we accept the responsibility and say no to a lot of things that is not necessary. Okay, well, there's hundreds, thousands of things that are unnecessary in this world today. We we do not need supercars. We do not really um, need all these crazy infrastructures that we are building based on, let's say, Westerners' ideology of how we should live our lives, or run our community, or run our government, or run this world in general, as a whole. So, in an ideal world, in a world where I believe I will be peaceful and happy and live my life connecting to the source and not giving uh, F about um, what somebody is doing, what anybody is saying, how I should live my life. Nobody is shaping my ideologies. I get to experience my life hands-on by myself through my experiences and make my own conscious decisions. That is how I have been until now, and that is how I want to end the rest of my life as well. Not being influenced by nuances around me um, that um, mostly seems like the normal way of living for the rest of the lot, but for me is an utter nonsense. Like, I am out of your competition. I am not going to be a part of your competition, and I do not want my children to be a part of that competition. I want my children to live and prosper in an environment, in a society, in a governance, in a country, in a world where we are all accepted as we are, where we are all taken care of health wise, education wise, shelter wise. That's the basics, right? Of course, food is there. Um, and then there are your biological needs. But the idea is to create a sustainable world for ourselves where um, we know what is good for us. And being the oldest religion, being the oldest tradition in the world, I guess as Indians, we are still in a better space to make certain choices and certain decisions for ourselves, which is going to create a lot of impact in the days to come ahead, which is going to make us distinct, make us separate from the rest of the world, and take a step back and think for ourselves as to what is important for us, and then run a conscious government. When you listen to any of the gurus or yeah, any philosophers, any enlightened beings, the only thing they will say is stop whatever you're doing right now. I mean, just because you're doing something does not necessarily mean that your doing will bring you good, or your doing will bring you satisfaction. The most important thing in any human being's life is to first sit down quietly, listen to your inner self, figure out who you are, find out, and well, if you go deeper and if you practice enough, see yourself in terms of the full light being that you really are. And I truly believe in that statement. I truly know actually that we are a part of that stardust. We are not just mere flesh and bones. Well, like I said, there is no written script here, right? And I've been talking for like what, good 10-15 minutes now. I'm not sure, but um, I don't know where this is coming from. Where is this words coming out from my mouth? I know that there is air, and when my tongue makes certain movements, the words come out. But how is any of this making sense? So there has to be some channel of communication that is pouring something from up above and bringing it out here, which then um, intelligently is disseminating or passing through all this information to you right now. Now, this way of living today that we think is in par with the rest of the world. The corporate legacy, the corporate fallacy, um, the stress, the amount of unnecessary drama we put um, we have to put up through in our lives, just because as soon as we are born, our parents and our communities, our societies, our schooling structures, um, our spouses, um, our government, everybody starts shaping our ideas and ideologies. And by the time we are 10, 15, we are already asked what's our aim in life, who do we want to be, how do we want to serve. So some of us are either doctors, engineers, pilots, humanitarians. Some are just pulling rickshaws. Some are still mending shoes. Um, well, the list goes on. Um, I will not be explaining anything. I know that you guys are way more intelligent than I am. I'm here today just as a friend to let you know that some things need to change in order for us to make a better world together, make a better future together for ourselves. And um, Lord Rama has been instilled in Ayodhya, and I hope he shows up in person real soon in his 10th avatara, and rescues us all from our turmoils. But my idea is that, and not just my idea, the way I relate to information and knowledge that comes through me, towards me, that comes across from different channels. um, my idea is that it's a little too late. It's not the end of the world, um, but it is definitely already a little too late to be able to save everyone, probably. However, this society, this societal structure in general, is absolutely responsible for this doomsday that we are going to be facing real soon. And I'm not scared to say this, because I'm not scared to die anymore. I have never been for the past 10, 15 years. Um, but yeah, our societal structure, this world view, has shaped our karmas in such a way that whether we were a part of the larger problems or whether we were a part of the smaller problems, but we have all done so many karmas that are going to be directly or indirectly going to be decisive in shaping our future. But more than that, in making it evident whether we even survive or not, whether we get to live or not. So can you imagine that? So don't for a second think that just because you are right now either in United States or UK or Australia or Switzerland, or on the peak of Mount Everest, or somewhere pretty safe country, which is politically sustainable, which is economically sustainable, and which values nature, which values sustainable living, which values caring for each other, which values in providing health, security, educational benefits, and in general making the lives of their citizens easier in this world. But um, here's the thing: no matter how much we or our government has done that for us, there are still consequences that we need to pay. It's going to be a price that we will pay for having listened to others instead of first having seen ourselves, um, been our true selves, and then taking action. Instead, the trend until today, until now, has been to take actions and then probably just realize in our deathbed um, as to who we are, or what could have been different, what could we have done different. So Hindu religion, or let's say even any other religion in this world, it basically just touches the surface, talks about a few things here and there about doomsday, about someone coming to save us, some divine entities who comes, and then we follow him, we look at him, we see him, we follow him, and we say that things need to change. I do not want to be that guy. I hope there's someone else who comes and does that. But I do absolutely want to let you know that even if nobody does, I am. And I will. And I don't really care. And this is still a pretty mild video. It's a Happy New Year video. And like yesterday, Acharya Prashant was also saying, let's welcome the new year 2025 with a swag. So this is my swag. My name is Santa. I sincerely love, respect, and appreciate you all, and I'm open to communication. I will start from tomorrow onwards talking about basically the 5 virtues that we need to let go of in order to lessen our own karmic debts, in order for us to be able to be considered for that divine mercy that we so much so believe in being able to receive just by going to a Sunday church, or like bending our knees 5 times a day, praying to the Supreme, or even by visiting temples, throwing a few garlands, a few coins, and putting tikas in our heads, and feeling like we've done our part. But yeah, this is the world as it is, and we are supposed to eat and feed, and in the course of doing that, we are supposed to be cheating someone, we are supposed to be looting someone, we are supposed to be thinking of ourselves only, and we are supposed to survive somehow without actually knowing what we are doing. So I'm going to be talking about all of this. I'm going to be basically talking about Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, and Ahankar. So Kam is basically lust, Krodh is basically anger, Lobh is basically the greed, Moh is the attachment, and Ahankar is finally the ego. So I will start with Krodh, Lobh, Moh, and Ahankar, and then we will come to Kam, because I know you all want to listen about Kam. But yeah, I will talk about Kam, but we will talk about it in a pretty calm way. Right now, I want to wish you a very happy new year. I will leave you at this today. I'm going to be enjoying the rest of my day with my family. We are going to be a nearby lakeside resort. We're going to be having a nice little dinner, and we're going to come back home again. Of course, I'm still a part of the Matrix too. I do use a car. I do eat all kind of meals, and yeah, I'm also contributing to the same things that the rest of the world does. So I am not out of this equation. I'm also going to be a part of it. But I just want to let you know that some things need to change, or we should stop breeding mindlessly. We should not be responsible for any more damage that we have already done, until and unless we figure out a different approach, a different way of living altogether, and moving forward in that manner. And having said that, a few little things that I do believe in, that nothing is right, nothing is absolutely wrong. everything is an experience. There is a learning process, and we all only grow from our experiences, and that is how it should be actually. um, so yeah, there is nothing wrong or nothing right in this universe. We have all had our experiences, we have all done what we have done, and there might be a few irreversible changes that we have made to this earth, mother earth, which might be irreversible and which might be a reason for our soon to come destruction. um, if I'm a madman, and if it does not really happen, then well and good, right? But if there is an ounce of a chance, let's say even 0.000000001% chance that what I am saying right now is correct, and if there is any chance that there's going to be a doomsday coming our way real soon, how are we going to subsidize the effect of that? How are we going to ensure the sustainability, the life of our near and dear ones? And that's my biggest concern. um, I will leave you with all of this today. Have a happy, wonderful new year ahead of you. I wish you all mindfulness. I wish you all a moment of introspection, because I would not say, I would not even say every night when you go to bed. Of course, there is a sound from within you that is always constantly telling you what is right, what is wrong, what needs to be done, what you should not be doing, and what should be your path, what should be your way, what should be your goal moving forward. But due to our intoxication, due to our daily ways of living, all we do is we suppress that sound that comes from within us, right? I'm sure millions of you would at least agree with me, if not the zillions that we are today. But because we are intoxicated while we are sleeping at night, we do not realize any of this. However, when we wake up first thing in the morning, absolutely, there is this immense peace, and there is no escaping from this sound. However, as human beings, we are either the most conscious of the beings, or we are the biggest of the idiots, because we figure out a way to even null those sounds that we hear first thing in the morning, that tell us what is right, what is wrong. But I'm here to tell you that that was your biggest problem, and that is going to be the reason for all our dooms moving forward. Once again, my name is Shantanu Portal. You can call me Santa, and Santa says the times ahead are going to be difficult, but if we sit together as a nation, as a community, as a group of conscious, evolved people who come from following the oldest religions and oldest traditions in the world, we sure have a way out. We have our own text which predicts, which has predicted the past, which predicts our future, and which is absolutely able to show or tell us what should be our path, how should we move forward, how our conducts should be. Whether to follow them or not is totally upon us. But if we want to survive, there is no escaping this. You have to start learning the ways of the Gita, the ways of the Bhagavad, the way of being, the way of accepting and appreciating yourselves and the bigger forces in the earth, in the nature, in the universe, and beyond. Oh yeah, and I'm not even talking about the UFO sightings right now. We'll do that later. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful evening, day, morning, night. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to me. I love you all. Thank you.